And that, I am in a lot of ways both of those things you described earlier. I'm in a lot of ways, my mind is, I'm creative and I'm always sort of half paying attention to things, but I'm also disciplined.
Yeah, right.
And it's one of the reasons why I think I so relate to both sides of this issue.
Yeah.
Because I could
It's
have
also
easily,
one of the reasons you're successful.
yeah, I could have easily been some hardcore right-wing asshole. I'm a competition-oriented person,
Yeah.
and I've been since I was a child.
Yeah.
I grew up competing in martial arts tournaments. I mean, and you have to be a hard person to do that.
Yep.
You have to understand what discipline is. But before that, I was an artist. I wanted to be a cartoonist. I wanted to do comic books. That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be an illustrator. If it wasn't for one bad teacher in high school that totally shied me away from art, I probably would have went into that as a living. Mm-hmm. When I look at both sides, I see myself in both sides.
Yep, yep. Well, the other thing I've been telling young men is that, and this is something I think that you could relate to tremendously, is I read this New Testament line, well, decades ago, and I could never understand it. The line is, the meek shall inherit the earth. And I thought, there's something wrong with that line. It just doesn't make sense to me. Meek just doesn't seem to me to be a moral virtue. And so I did a series of biblical lectures this year, like 15 of them, and that was also a weird little experience that we can talk about. But I was looking through these sayings, these maxims, and that was one of them, the meek shall inherit the earth. But I've been using this site called Bible Hub, and it's very interesting. It's organized very interesting. So you have a biblical line, and then they have like 3 pages of commentary on each line. And so because people have commented on every verse in the Bible, like to a degree that's almost unimaginable. So you can look and see all the interpretations and all the translations and get some sense of what the genuine meaning might be. And the line, the meek shall inherit the earth, meek is not a good translation, or the word has moved in the 300 years or so since it was translated. What it means is this: those who have swords and know how to use them, but keep them sheathed, will inherit the world. And that's another thing I've been telling. Yeah, no kidding. That's a lot different, man.
Difference.
That's a big difference. It's so great.